Hello, this Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man, coming to you this morning. It's a rainy day here and on the island, and I'm with my Saxon K Woody. I just love this little thing right here, and I'm smoking with vanilla Cavendish, a little bit of toasted Cavendish, very mild. Didn't want anything too rough this morning, and I just want to tell you something that happened to me that probably one of my best memories I ever had is smoking. One was out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean overlooking the South Pacific Islands, and we were passing Java, we were passing Krakatoa, we were passing Tahiti, heading on our way to Australia. This is beautiful. I mean, the ship was cutting through the water like butter on a knife. It's one of the great times. Another time, I hope to in 2 years, when I reach the age of 65, is to head back to Yosemite National Park. I've been there twice, 2010 and 2014. I have to say, it's the greatest experience. Not only for me, that any pipe smoker can go through. I mean, I was reluctant because California had brush fires, and I didn't think they were gonna let me smoke my pipe. Lo and behold, I went to they have the main lodge, and I checked in, went into information, and I told him, is it possible there's a place where you can smoke? He looked at me, well, you can smoke anywhere. I was shocked. Anywhere. I mean, people don't complain. Well, you can smoke outdoors, you can smoke in the lounge area. They have their own lounges. Pipe smoke is here. I said, for real? He goes, yes, it says. He asked me, what are you smoking? Why I brought my Churchill wall, church, uh, church water, Savinelli, excuse me. And I bought a Peterson pipe with me, and I had picked up some on the way up there. Pick up some local tobacco, picked some Captain Black. He said, yeah. I said, I heard this Ansel Adam has a special room. He goes, yes, he does. His works, his journals, and his photographs. I says, I studied Ansel Adam. I went to photography school, fine art photography school, graduated. So he was one of my big heroes since the age of 14. I always wanted to visit Yosemite, seen all his black and white photos, his 8 by 10, his 20 by 24 large. Him and Edwin Weston were some of my favorites. And just the whole process back then, it was, you did a lot in the dark room, developing. It was photography. I had my field camera, my Rolex camera, I had my Nikons, I had my tripods, and I had my own enlarger, developing solution. I used to use the Kodak 100. I used to shoot it at 400 film at 250, and all the stuff of photography. I was so into it. So in 2010, of course, the before then the media had changed and everything, but I was still an avid fan of photography, not digital photography. So when I was up there, I went to Ansel Adams' room and I sat there, and I asked him, can I smoke? He goes, oh yeah, you can smoke. And those Ansel Adams pipes over there. I was, wow. Hey, they had his journal. They had his pictures on the wall. They had tapestry, Indian tapestry. the ambiance, wall-to-wall rugs, and so I took my church warden and I lit up, and the guard was at the entrance, and I was a wild by, and he goes, "Wow, man, I wish I could join you." I said, "You smoke pipe?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "So I took out a good portion and gave it here. When you get your time out, you smoke." He goes, "What? Where are you gonna smoke?" I said, "Well, this is my first time here. I've never been around here." He says, "If you go at 1 o'clock in front of the church, I'll meet you there." Well, where's the church? So he gave me a diagram. I followed it, and I was there. Lo and behold, this guy comes riding up. You can ride bikes anywhere. And he sat by me. We started talking. He was from Pennsylvania, Amish, Lancaster. He liked smoking pipe, and we were talking about everything from religion. I knew I was a history buff. He was telling me how the 10th Cavalry and the Indians used to live there, and it's pretty much the same way that they found it. And I was so taken back to sit there to talk about history, smoke pipe, and the smell of the pine with the smell of my aromatic blend was just perfect, you know. And I was able to eat while smoking pipe, hike, smoking pipe. I was in this big open field. I think it was on the main floor, smoking pipe, and then I went up to the fourth. That's where all the climbers go to. So I was walking through there with piping it, and the guy was like, "Yo, man, you got a Philly blunt?" No, I don't have a Philly blunt, but you know what they were gonna do with it. So he started talking to me. "Hey, yeah, so you walking around here, and I guess they don't see too many dark skinned people up there." I didn't. I think I was the only one in the Indian, man. But anyway, that had nothing to do with the story. I don't know why I said that. But I guess the perception of me, you know, and they saw me with all my gear and everything. "What are you planning to do?" I just finished hiking, want to smoke my pipe. And I asked him, "You don't mind if I watch you guys climb?" And he goes, "No, they were really like, these guys were 18, 19, you're really scrawny, really like hippie-ish looking guys, but you can tell they're great athletes." So I got into the Jeep with them, and I shared some tobacco with them, and they took me to this one place, man. I think it was the Dome. And these guys began climbing. I took out my chair, and I sat there smoking my pipe. Literally, man, it took them about maybe 2 hours to climb that thing. 2 hours. Those guys were like, you could tell the way was already marked for them, so they had to do was just climb, and it was a great feeling, you know. It says, "You ever been to the top?" So they drove me up to the top, and that took another 2 hours. I don't know how they got there, and I was able to smoke my pipe at the very top. I'm gonna post that video. I'm just standing there, and I shot it in black and white to make it look iconic. And let me tell you, the breeze, you know, and I can't be in large heights like that. My equilibrium is not the same. But let me tell you, man, there's nothing, I don't know why, to be up there with a straight Canadian overlooking the vast valley, smelling it. I just think of Teddy Roosevelt and those early pioneers that went up there to smoke their pipes, you know. It was very, very nice. So that's my story of probably one of the greatest smoking adventures I ever had. So this is Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman. Tell me some of your smoking adventures. I like to hear them too. Ciao.